United fans, talk to me. Manchester United lose 2-0 to Wolves, and I have to ask the question, I'm just going to come straight out of it. Is this a relegation fight? Get into the live chat, talk to me right now. I will have all the up-to-date stats and everything coming up on the screen as I usually do. Even the stats are struggling to keep up with how Manchester United are falling off a cliff right now. They cannot keep up with how shit Manchester United really are. This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam, and honestly, right now, if this is the worst I have ever felt watching Manchester United. They are trying their best to ruin Christmas. They are trying their best to completely demoralise this whole fan base. Before this game came, it's like the fan base knew what was going to happen. I got offered 5 different tickets to this game to go, and I decided not to. Because I'm not wasting my time on this team anymore. These players are so weak mentally, physically. They are just beyond salvaging. Ruben Amorim, I don't know where he goes from here with this team. I really don't know what he has done. Look, everybody, the stats will come up on your screen. I know it's blank at the bottom right now. Trying to catch up, honestly. I will have them all up on all the player ratings and stuff. Jay will come on as well shortly. I just wanted to get on as quickly as I could. Just while everything was running through my mind after watching that game, I just needed to actually come out and just give my honest opinion as to what is actually going on and where Manchester United are actually at, because I don't know anymore. I really don't know. I don't know where we go. I don't know what happens next with Manchester United. It's an impossible situation to dissect. It's an impossible situation for Manchester United fans to even think about where we go next. But what's more impossible and what's hurting even more is that we are heading into a relegation fight at this rate. And it's not stupid for me to actually say that. It's not over the top for me to actually say that Manchester United are realistically in a title race, Jesus Christ, that Manchester United are actually in a relegation fight. We are indeed in a relegation fight right now, Manchester United, and there is absolutely nothing that this team can do about it. There's nothing. They haven't got anything left in them at all. I don't think even Ruben Amorim, if he could make this work in any way, I just don't think he's got any answer to dealing with this team. I really don't. And I don't think right now that there's one player in this Manchester United side can go into that changing room tonight, look at himself in the mirror and say that I am worthy of wearing this shirt. That's where we're at right now. This is Manchester United. This is where this team is at. This is where everybody... I've got nothing updated on the screen at all at the moment. I just wanted to go absolutely raw and break everything out that I wanted to get off my chest. I've got no answer to that performance. I could tell from the first minutes in watching Bruno Fernandes and Kobbie Mainoo and exactly how they were acting and how that midfield was just being overrun. Weak, gutless. Honestly, I'm lost. I'm lost for words. I could tell straight away. I couldn't even get myself up for getting behind them because I knew what they were going to do. I knew what this Manchester United side was going to do. And I'm lost to where I'm at right now as a United fan. I was trying to give these players the chance, and everybody knows on this channel, and you can laugh at me all you want. I don't care. I'm a United supporter, and I was behind this team, and I thought they could make top 4 when Ruben Amorim came in. I did. I honestly thought it. I thought, you know what? This is the kickstart. A man that's come in and give him simple instructions. But the footballing IQ within this squad right now and the mess that Erik ten Hag has left at Manchester United and how he was trying to get around it and cut corners, just getting results, clinging on to a certain style of play, clinging on to one-hit wonders and people just scoring and having that one moment of brilliance within a game. It was just complete. It was a complete cover-up. And right now we've got a manager in, a coach in, who is just going to isolate every single player. He's going to keep on playing this way. And I said it before the game. No idea. Honestly, I could see United losing the last 4 games of the year and losing the first 2 games of the new year. And then I looked into the fixtures and I just look at it and what's happening next. And I don't see United improving. I don't see us getting past any of the teams that are coming up. I don't see United beating anybody. This is how horrendous this team is right now. This is beyond salvageable. in this squad. I could go through. I've made some quick notes. I've made 5 notes. This took me 10 seconds to make while I was watching the game. I was just blown away. And do you know what? I was sat there. I was doing a watch along, and I'm sat there. I'm just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to break it down. I was lost. So I wrote some notes down, simply straight off the back of how I felt and what I was thinking and what I was watching. And this is what I came out with. Onana must go. Dalot, scared shitless. Bruno, brain dead. Agate, suspended. Ahmad can't do it on his own. They were the things that just popped into my mind instantly. That's all I could think about. Onana, I mean, let's just start with the players. I mean, Jay's going to come on and we're going to give our whole breakdown of everything in a minute. And we'll get all the stats up of all the players and everything that's going on. I'll keep checking through all of them and bring them up as we go along through it. But that right there is how I looked at the game. That's how I seen it. I mean, get your comments in, everybody. Thank you so much for all the likes and everything. We'll have 1,600 people in the room already. I appreciate it. I just feel your pain right now, and I know you're not happy. I know that you're feeling it right now. Just know that we're in this together. That's all I can say. Just know that this is a football fan base right now, a club fan base, a Manchester United fan base, which has just had enough. We have literally hit a brick wall with this team, and honestly, the ineptitude is a word that I use quite a lot to describe Manchester United. It's something that I use to describe United and how the club has been run, and the players. Like, footballing IQ, that's a big thing, and we've got none, absolutely none. And I went in there just on my opening segment there, and I said, didn't I? What did I say? I said straight away, I knew where these players were going. I knew how this team was going to play in this game, and that was just from watching Bruno Fernandes and Kobbie Mainoo in the first 10-15 minutes of this game. Honestly, I don't know. Like, Kobbie Mainoo has fallen off a cliff. He has lost. Bruno Fernandes, the captain of this football club, has no excuse for his actions today. Even though Dalot, for me, basically threw him under the bus because he was scared shitless to run down the wing. He's not once gone to the fucking byline. He's a wing back. I mean, do you know what? In fact, and to be honest, if we're going to be completely brutal here with this and be honest with our assessment of this team and what we watched there, Amorim, stop fucking playing Dalot on the left. Seriously. That's one thing I can pull the coach up on there. He is fucking shit. And you know I don't swear a lot on my channel, but I've had enough. I've had enough of these players. Like, Dalot will not go to the byline as a wing-back. Stop playing him there. He cut inside. Bruno tried to do something stupid, as he always does. Dalot should have been down the line and crossing the ball into the box. Honestly, it's just the football IQ within these players is lost. There is nothing there anymore. How can you be so bad? It is an absolute embarrassment right now where this football club is at. It has got completely worse. I'm going to break down every single player in a minute, but just off the back of what I've just said there, them 5 things that I picked up on, there was a lot more wrong than this. And this is why I've come up with the fact that Manchester United, this is the worst it's ever been, and we're in a relegation fight. I've gone from top 4 3 weeks ago to now looking at the fixtures and seeing how shit this team has performed against Bournemouth and both Wolves. It's like we beat Manchester City. There's the cup final all over again. Someone just needed to go into that changing room and hit these players on the fucking head and tell them that they were actually playing in a league game and it wasn't back in May and we weren't playing a cup final and the season wasn't over there and then, because since then they've just fucking down tools. Honestly, oh my God, they infuriate me to a point where I just cannot I don't give a shit what any of them say, what any of them do anymore. That's where we're at with them right now, this team. I look, Onana must go. Dalot scared shitless. Bruno brain dead. Agate suspended. Ahmad can't do it all on his own. I feel sorry for Ahmad. I feel sorry for Agate. They're taking shit for the rest of this team. They're taking shit for everything that is wrong with this football club right now and the players that have been here for years. They're an absolute fucking joke, honestly. They're just beyond right now, this team. And you know what? I look at them. I look at this team now and I say this honestly. I'm going to bring Jay in a second now as well. Just bear with me, everybody. I say this honestly right now, and what I do, I just need Jay to turn his volume down quickly. Sorry there, because he's in the background. Yeah, he's listening to me rant on in the background there. But let's just get Jay on, actually, so we can get this sorted. Jay, can you hear me okay, mate? Let me just check if we can get Jay on. Jay, are you there, pal? Jay, can you hear me, buddy?
Jay on. Jay, are you there, pal?
I'm here, mate. I'm here.
All right, just turn me down on the other side there, mate. I can hear myself. He's ranting and raving. I've just gone on a complete meltdown. Sorry. Apologies for the language to everyone in the chat there. Thankfully, Jay's come in and stopped me halfway through there. But I don't think it's going to get any better coming from Jay right now. But Jay, I'm going to actually... okay, Jay's gone. Never mind. It's all going fantastically well tonight. What happened to the Christmas spirit? Honestly, everybody. Jay will be back in a second, I promise you. We will get him back on. But actually, do you know what? I'm going to come to the chat there. I've ranted and raved enough there. So I'm going to come in on this right now. And let's just see what I've got here. I've got a few super chats that have come in first of all. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for sticking with me there for a minute, because I've just lost it completely. Fran says, if I was Amorim, I'd run a mile. Bruno needs out. Another super chat from Hunter. The only thing Sir Jimmy did was stuff money in the Glazers' pockets so they could keep their cash cow. And another chat from the Patriot with his first one. Thank you. F these players. I support Amorim even more. Yep, I think we're all with that. But seriously, just stop playing Dalot on the left-hand side, Ruben. I think that's the only bit of criticism I've got of him. But right now, no one is looking at Amorim, I don't think, in the depth of what we are with these players. We are literally at a point now where I feel Amorim, who came out before the start of the game and said, look, I'm getting close to knowing my best team. That, to me, looked like the best team on that he could pick. That looked like the best team that we had right there for me. And it was probably one of our worst performances of the season. Jay, my friend, are you there?
I'm here, my friend. Loud and clear.
Okay, you probably heard me loud and clear there, going completely on with myself. Oh, God. Jay, I'm going to bring up the 5 things I've just mentioned there from the game. I couldn't even be asked making notes. I was just that frustrated and that gone. I'm just going to tell you these 5 things right now that came to my mind. I just mentioned them in the chat. I'm going to get into the chat once you said your piece now. Anana must go. Dalot is scared shitless. Bruno is brain dead. Agate is suspended. Ahmad can't do it all on his own. Take it away from them 5. Was I far off the mark, really?
Can I do Bruno first, Adam, if you don't mind?
Say again, sorry, mate.
Can I do Bruno first?
Yeah, you go in on anyone you want, mate. Go for it.
Bruno, our captain, sees at the start of the game that the referee is card happy. Euro booked very early on for an Oculus challenge. So a real leader, not Bruno, would analyse, okay, ref card happy. I better send a message to my teammates today to not be so, how to put this, aggressive with fouls. He's not a leader because Bruno cannot analyse the situation. I am a fucking leader. Give you the story, Adam. I went to a stag party in Magaluf 2 years ago. I'm in the airport. I assess and analyse the groomsman and the best man. I'm thinking, these boys couldn't lead. It's Magaluf. Let's just say, I took over the stag party, took over the leadership, and I took over so well, led from the front. The boys had such a good time. My invitation to the wedding got rescinded. That's leadership. Bruno is not a leader because Bruno cannot analyse situation. Basic fucking brains. You said there football IQ. Comes football IQ, Bruno needs special needs. I think Bruno needs a carer on the pitch. That's Bruno. Dalot, yeah, you use the word scared. Cannot play the left. Simply not good enough. And every player at some stage in their career at a club reaches their tipping point and their, how to put it, their ceiling. Dalot is at his ceiling. Madrid are in for him in the summer, cash in. Ahmad today, look, he's a young kid. I'm not going to get hard on you, kid. away from home at Wolves. He's going to try and do his best. And unfortunately for him, it didn't come off. Now, the African Taibi, legacy of Ten Hag, legacy of, let's just say, some amateur pundits that we may have worked with in the past that groaned on like spoiled children that De Gea couldn't dispute and couldn't do that. De Gea did one thing and one thing well: a goalkeeper to stop shots. I don't know about you, Adam, but I'd rather a goalkeeper come out his box, stop shots. Again today, we saw in that corner kick, playing like a little fucking pussy. And I'm going to curse. I apologize for cursing at him, but I'm so livid. If another player stands behind him or in front of him, puts a hand on him, he automatically assumes he's going to get a free kick. He's not. He did it against Spurs. He's done it multiple times. You said just show Adam how many times Heaton is the better goalkeeper. Play Tom Heaton.
Yep.
So we can go on and on about, we all like Amran and he's going to play his tactics, and we all agree, play tactics. It is what it is. However, he's got to do what you said many times, Adam. Big balls, big calls.
Yep.
Take the captainship off, Bruno, because he's not a leader. I think Gade could slip that mode quite easily, and drop on Anna and play Heaton. Finally, Adam, it's the worst start season we've had since Franco O'Farrell in the 72-73 season. I did some research on it. 5th of December, got beaten 5-0 by Crystal Palace. O'Farrell was dealing with a truckling George Best at the time that we all knew George Best was doing. So imagine we're back now 50 years later and we have a manager dealing with errant players at that start of the season. Now he's only there 18 months. Now, obviously, Amarin will not be sacked, nor should he be sacked. That's crazy talk. The man only has 2 years. Adam, I feel, unless we get a proper clear out of these players, 2 years won't be enough. I think that man, unfortunately, could be called in 2 years' time if the players aren't called first.
Just want to touch up on that.
Go ahead.
On that Ruben bit there, Jay. Ruben Amorim, apparently, a report here from Stephen Railsford from the MEN who's at the game, said Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Amorim blanked Bruno Fernandes as he walked off the pitch. Now,
and proper, yeah, good.
That's the only bit that can give you encouragement, is it not, Jay? Because obviously Manchester United have given the power to Ruben Amorim. If they do not back him in what he's doing right now, he's going to look like the single biggest fool in the Premier League right now, Ruben Amorim. And I fear for the future of him. But I think they will. But I think there is a call here. This decision is now going to be taken out of his hands, Jay, because in them 5 things that I talked about, obviously, Manchester United have got Newcastle next. And the next question I want to ask you, Jay, is, are Manchester United in a relegation fight? Next up is Newcastle at home with Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte both suspended now. Do you think that, first of all, is why Ruben Amorim was pissed off with Bruno Fernandes? Because of, like what you said, understanding, reading the room, being a captain, don't do anything stupid. You're missing for another big game now on Monday against Newcastle. And if we lose that one, then that's 4 defeats in a row, 3 in a row in the league. And everything is looking downhill with Liverpool away and Arsenal away to come up after that. Are we in a relegation fight? And can you understand why Ruben Amorim is pissed off with Bruno Fernandes there? Do you think that's probably part of why? Because he sees the games coming up and what he's going to be missing.
Of course he's pissed off with Bruno, and rightly so. This is Bruno's 3rd red card this season. Now, if you have a player, now we know the one against Spurs got rescinded, fair enough. But if you have a player gets sent off for, let's just say, making a professional foul and stopping a clear run on goal, fair enough. He's reading the fucking game. He's stopping a goal. But Bruno's sending offs have been for absolute idiocy and petulance. And that petulance has been in his game since he first signed. His stats, Adam, are still predicated on lockdown season. I've said it before on the show. When VAR couldn't figure out what offside was or what a penalty was during VAR during lockdown season, Bruno stat padded with penalties and assists. They're the facts. And the fan base may not want to hear that. But the jury's out on Bruno as well. And if Amorim decides, right, Bruno, I'm taking captaincy off you, I think the fan base will jump in behind Amorim in a heartbeat. Now, Orgade also gone for Newcastle. He's left in. Now, Mainu today wasn't fantastic, Adam. I think we flagged Mainu before. The development player, we're not going to go in hard on him, but Mainu today wasn't the races. I did feel when Casemiro and Eriksen came on, no legs, but there was more, how to put it in a nice way, passing fluidity in midfield and a bit of brains there. And I think the team showed a bit more conviction and a bit more balls, I think the equaliser was there. But that being said, then off comes Højlund, and Xerxes comes on. You know, Adam, Xerxes comes on. You're not scoring, mate. You're not going to score. Personally, I would have left Højlund on. I said Haaland, but that's the one. Yeah. So you come up now. You've got Newcastle coming up next. You don't have Ugarte, who we're going to miss. We've said we missed De Ligt in that back three. Massive miss De Ligt. Euro, new to the club, still learning the system and all that. Not going hard in Euro. Maguire today, I think after he stepped up against Arsenal and City, I think Maguire has gone back to Maguire settings. So the faster De Ligt fit, the better, mate. We are different defence without De Ligt. I'm very fair for Newcastle. You asked me in the last show how are we going to do, what points we get, and I said a draw. So I said a win and a loss, and we both decided then maybe we set up 2 draws. Well, geez, mate, I hope against Newcastle puts them out of the fire. Last question there in relegation. I saw in the last minute of the chat there, and this number of 40 points to self relegation. Surely, it's not going to get that bad. That come March, May, that we are talking and we're still down in the same spot or less. Surely it's got to change, Adam. Sure.
Well, if we don't beat Newcastle, Jay, this is just to put it in perspective. We all know the 40 point mark is relegation, safe death. So to put this in perspective, let's just look at Newcastle is exactly halfway through the season. If we lose that game, we're on 22 points, Jay. 22 points. Christ. So that's halfway through a season. We are literally in a relegation fight when you look at it that way off half a season. If we're judging it off half, it's a relegation fight, 22 points. We are not going to beat Newcastle, especially not with Manuel Ugarte out of the side and the way that these players' confidence is shot. I've got some absolute doozies. I'm going to come to the chat and the supers and everything in a minute, everybody, but listen to this. Feel sorry for Rasmus Højlund. He received only 6 passes in that half, 4 of which were from defenders. Don't think we have ever seen a Manchester United striker starved of so much service. Manchester United are 17 points off the top of the table, 11 points off top 4, but just 8 points above the relegation zone. It gets more. Ruben Amorim talking after the game. Of course, when you lose, when you don't win, it's a step back. It was really hard with descending off. The goal was similar against Tottenham. Then we tried, even with one less guy, we tried to, and I think we were near something, but then Wolves scored. So he's talking about the last 10 minutes of it here. But then he was asked about Marcus Rashford as well. And I'm not even going to go into Marcus Rashford, but this tells you the mood of the manager and where he's at right now. So when asked whether Marcus Rashford has shown him anything different since he left him out, Ruben Amorim's answer to that question was, he's not here. You make up your own mind. Quote unquote from Manchester United's head coach. He is one pissed off man right now, Ruben Amorim, and I cannot blame him. Quickly, just some super chats that I've not read out yet. Jay, first 5 players you sell off this team. That's got from you got Roz. I'll come to you in a minute on that one. Okay. Enough is enough. When is this fan base going to have the Bruno conversation? For fuck's sake, captain ? Really ? And then to finish up, Eric 7 with a super chat. Thank you. I'm 44. Been watching United for over 35 years. Have never been so embarrassed by my club. I have zero confidence in Bruno or Ineos. Toothless wankers. Few choice words definitely in the chat tonight. Jay, just going on them there. I know you was going to jump in there, mate. Carry on, pal.
I think that sums up the mood of the fan base there regarding the players. Toothless wankers. I think whoever gentleman said that is a very succinct analysis. I like that. That's the quote I'm going to make later on tonight. Quote you back, sorry if you don't mind. Question there was who would I sell? And sell as in who can we get money for? And as you were doing there, I was writing down, and the first 3 straight away was Xerxes, Bruno, and Dalot straight away, and obviously then Onana that we can get money for.
As you can see,
without even thinking.
I'm bringing up the stats of the players right now. Since we started doing these stats, Jay, when we're talking about the City one and how excited we were about them, it's just gone completely downhill the other way. Bruno Fernandes stats today in his 47 minutes on the pitch. 0 shots on target, 28 passes, 1 key pass, pass accuracy 82%, 3 duels, 1 out of 13, 23% duels, 1 tackles, 1, 2 yellow cards, obviously 1 red card. Damning, absolutely damning stat right there. I mean, the table is up on your screen, everybody. Manchester United are not just in the bottom half of the table. We're sinking down the bottom half of the table. We're now in 14th position. We are in 14th position in this league. It doesn't get more a reality check moment than this for all Manchester United fans now. And I include myself in this. I've been hit with a massive reality stick right now. And I fear for my team. I really do. Jay, you touched on a man there again. Going into this game, the stat monsters were all on the set pieces. The 2 worst sides in the Premier League when it comes to conceding from corners. Manchester United don't just concede from corners. They concede the corner. And again, everybody was having a go at me for having a go about Andre Onana and then what happened with Baindir against Spurs. I think you just got your just rewards with that there, because I've just seen Onana do something even worse. Weak man in the sticks. Honestly, Jay, there are so many positions on this pitch that we need to spend money on in January to salvage the season and not be relegated. I can't believe I'm saying that for one right now, but that's how I feel. That's just my honest feeling right now. But we need a striker. But then again, Rasmus Højlund isn't getting any service. So maybe we need wing-backs more, because they're the ones that are the key to Ruben Amorim's system. And we've seen with Dalot and how he's failing and how poor his game was today, that maybe that's where we need to buy. But honestly, every time a set piece comes in, it's pointless having a system in play, Jay, because your goalkeeper's going to continuously let you down. I don't know where to go with it. Honestly, now people are actually telling me that maybe we need to go out and get a keeper in January to stop this rot, because we can play well, we can score goals, but he's just going to keep on letting us down. Okay,
so we do zone and marking for set pieces. Right or wrong, whatever thought people have, a zone and marking or man-to-man, right or wrong, both have their attributes. But neither will work unless your goalkeeper has the mental capacity and physical prowess to command his goal line. He's got neither.
Yeah.
So perhaps then a goalkeeper in the window might be what's needed. Perhaps. Look, you play as a defender, Adam. I play as a defender. You played front of, and now for me, it's a lot longer than you, Adam, and I get that. But if you don't have confidence in your last line of defense, you will overcompensate and you'll make mistakes. And that's what's happening again, irrespective of the little purple patch that Onana had. And we gave him credit for it. But he's gone back now, Adam, worse than what he was. He's back to type again.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting to see, like, when Ruben Amorim makes a call on this, because he's elaborated on the Marcus Rashford thing here. But again, I'm not using Rashford. It was just because he was asked the question about Rashford. Rashford had nothing to do with that performance today. I just want to make that very clear to everybody who thinks I've got an agenda against the prick. I'll say it that way because I'm not scared anymore. I really don't care for any of these players, so I'm going to call them what they really are. It's always the same reason. It's going to be. We have to be the same professionals, the same guys, winning or losing. Losing, I have to be stronger. I will continue with my idea until the end. So these players are not going to play for him. Not going to play for him at all. And I think a decision needs to be made with Andre Onana, Jay. It does. Honestly, right now, I keep saying it, and it sounds stupid, it sounds crazy. I would have Tom Eaton ahead of both of the goalkeepers because, do you know what? At least he knows how to use his body. We are being kicked and battered all over the place from these set pieces. We're being bullied. The weakness in our midfield is it's the weakest midfield I've ever seen. And like we brought Agati in, and he can't do it all on his own. But this is why I know we're going to lose, Jay, to Newcastle. Because he lost one of his key players now to suspension for that game, Manuel Agati. And Newcastle, oh, Jay, I swear, I'm scared. I've never been this scared for my team before going into a game. Like every game now, I'm worried about what might happen. But now I know what is going to happen. I'm scared to a level like how much damage is going to be done. Because there's not a chance we can compete with the energy that Newcastle have shown over the last few games. I watched them before against Villa. They're outstanding at the moment. And they're playing for a manager because they believe in something. Because they've got players that will work and players that will listen. We are the complete opposite to what Newcastle are. And they will show us for what we really are. Miles behind them is what we are.
There's no doubt. As an 11, Newcastle will outwork us. They'll cover more meters. And they're going to be hungrier than us. Is there a case now for starting Casemiro beside Bugatti in that midfield and Eriksen at 10? Even though we're going to be outworked, at least when we have the ball, I think we would be a little bit more creative, even though we're going to be outworked. Is there a case for that now? And not start Menu? Because I think Menu, right now, I think he's come back and we like him and all that, but I think right now in the 3-4-3 system, I think he's struggling.
Yeah, you know what, Jay? I'm pushing Mainu up into a 10. That's his only place he can play. I don't think it works for him in the midfield. The 8, he's lost in the 8. Yeah. He is completely lost in the 8. We have got a poll running right now as well. Get involved. Are United in a relegation battle? 77% of people watching right now, of which there is over 1,500 people in the room. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I know you're hurting right now, but thanks for voting on the poll as well. But it's quite damning when 77% of a poll are hitting that mark right there. Manchester United are in a relegation battle. That is where this fan base is at right now, Jay. That's how much they are convinced by this team, or lack of convincing by this football team right now. Honestly, I look at every single player on that pitch. I can't pick out anything. I can see Agate and Mazraoui, yeah, good. Yoro looked lost today. He looks like he just didn't belong. And that's another massive worry. And honestly, we've got young players coming in and they've got no chance of thriving in this team, Jay. Absolutely no chance of thriving because of what's happening in front of them with these other senior players.
My reading on Yoro, and I think I said it to you in messages, possibly I did, but it's definitely said it somewhere in the WhatsApp. Physically, he's 2 or 3 years before he's going to be able physically for the Premiership. Obviously, he is a very technically gifted centre-back. I think physically, he loses battles physically and looks out of physically. And for that reason, the jury's out on Euro. Yeah, he's still a kid. What is he, 19 years of age?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not going to be physically, I think, able for Prem centre forwards until he's 22, 23. If his physicality doesn't improve soon. And you look at yourself, Adam, you've weight training, you've done conditioning. You're talking a good 2 years for a physique to change. And right now, I think he's way off and he's struggling as a result.
Yep. With you, Jay, on that one. I think that's quite clear, isn't it? Thank you, everybody in the room as well. Please give the video a like. Make sure you have subscribed to Forever United TV. People asking in the chat, or anyone who's coming in on me, and people will come in to me later and have a go at me for putting up this title. But, Jay, I'm going to run this through you now. This was crossing my mind. Okay. Relegation fight. No, you can't say relegation fight. Well, I've just said if we don't beat Newcastle, it's 22 points at the halfway mark. If you do that again in the second half of the season, you're on 44. You've just escaped relegation. That's a relegation fight. It's as simple as that. If you're going off half a season, you're in a relegation battle. Simple as that. Manchester United have won 2 of the last 7 league games right now, and we've lost the last 3 now. We've lost the last 2. 3 if you include Tottenham in the Cup. Obviously, we lost to Nottingham Forest. We lost to Arsenal. We beat City. That's making City look even worse right now with what we're doing. My God. But Wolves today, Jay. Now, we know we've got Newcastle. I'm just going through the fixtures here right now because this is where I start to get a little bit worried. I'm looking at them now. So we got Newcastle on Monday night. Then we've got Liverpool in the league. We're going to lose both of them. I don't care what anybody says. We cannot compete with the intensity of Liverpool at Anfield, even when we are hitting all cylinders. I'd be absolutely shocked to the core if Manchester United get anything at Anfield. Newcastle at home, we know what's coming. And with no midfield and the confidence levels, we're probably going to get battered. Let's just say that. Then we've got Arsenal in the FA Cup, so we'll be out of the Carabao Cup within the space of 4 weeks. We'll be out of the FA Cup because Arsenal will beat us again. I don't know how Ruben Amorim is going to approach the game, whether he's going to rest players. So that'll be that one. Then on the 16th of January, we're at home to Southampton. Now, I think we might scrape a win. And I'm talking about scraping a win here as well. Might scrape a win there. Then it's Brighton at home, Jay. I'm not confident. Not in the slightest confident that Man United will get the win there. Rangers in the Europa League. That is crucial right now because that's our only hope left this season. Fulham away, who have just beaten Chelsea, who have taken points off Arsenal on their own pitch as well, having a fantastic pitch under Marco Silva. Then we've got Crystal Palace at home. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Spurs away, Everton away, Ipswich at home, Arsenal at home, Leicester away, Forest away, City at home. And I'm starting to think, and I'm going down the list and I'm going, actually, because after City at home, it's Newcastle away, then Wolves at home, maybe, I don't know, Bournemouth away, Brentford away. And the more I look down the table, the further I go, Jay, I'm looking for a run. Wolves tonight have just put 2 wins together, back-to-back wins for the first time this season. They are, and they were in the relegation zone. United still have not put back-to-back wins together this whole Premier League season. If he does not spend money, said Jim Radcliffe in January, we are going to be cemented in a relegation fight this season. It's proven. In this system and what Ruben's doing now, he will not play players and will not change away from what he wants these players to learn. We are going to have to lose a lot more games. And it's going to get to a point where I think even Ruben Amorim realises that this league is brutal. This league isn't the Portuguese league. You can't get away with games in the Premier League. You're just going to keep on dropping. And there's going to be a point where that pressure comes back, where he's going to have to just do something different to what he believes in. And that's when we're lost, Jay. That's when we're lost. And this is a serious situation right now for United.
Adam, I was writing down the list feverishly as you were speaking. I stopped writing after Palace.
Yeah.
Because as you were speaking, the realization of the fixtures coming next year became more and more daunting. Like, bloody hell, this is like a disaster movie waiting to happen. You touched there on Wolves. Wolves moved to 15 points. Just 1 point above Leicester on 14. And they are on a minus 11 goal difference. We are back to a minus 3 goal difference. That in itself is relegation form. And as you referenced, they're playing like Southampton at the moment, the bottom of the league, you would think. Then, of course, Southampton are 6 points off Ipswich. So they play us. They're probably looking now at, you know what? I think we can beat United. That's 3 points.
Southampton against United at Old Trafford is a 6 fucking pointer.
Southampton will come to Old Trafford thinking they get 3 fucking points based on our form.
Mate, I just said it then. It just came into my mind. Like, Southampton at Old Trafford for United
6 points.
Is a fucking 6 pointer.
Fuck me. Yeah.
Holy shit.
The words you thought, Adam, you'd never utter on a show.
Right there. Do you know, it's like I'm stuck. We're all stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. And what I mean by that is what I just described then. Because Ruben's not going to change. But this isn't Portugal. You're not going to get away. Because like he said, I understand what he says. You earn the right for time by winning games. You still have to win games. He understands it. But this is the biggest call. Do you know what I would take, Jay? I would take a points deduction next season and go out and fucking spend money to salvage Manchester United in January. That's how far I'm down the line right now. I would take a PSR and a financial fair play fine and point deduction just to get the right players in and start playing football. I think we've got a better chance taking 6 or 9 points off next season and go out and getting the players in January right now and salvaging this season. That's where I'm at. Honestly, Jay, that's how far I would take it right now, because we are not going to move any further with this team. We clearly cannot get any further. They cannot get any better. They're not going to get any better. They've all peaked, and their peak is nowhere near good enough for Manchester United. Honestly, do you know what? I said it when they came on, and this is exactly where Manchester United are at. In a point in that second half there, Lenny Yoro, 18. Ahmad 22 and Rasmus Højlund 21. The future of this football club and Manchester United and all fans would say are the bright sparks right now, what we can actually cling on to, were brought off for Anthony, Eriksen and Casemiro, 3 players that Manchester United are actively looking to sell in January. That's the situation that Ruben Amorim is in right now with this team and how he's trying to rectify a massive issue and a mentality problem within. Weak, gutless, shameless, absolute knobheads wearing Manchester United shirts. Honestly, I've gone tonight with this. I was even saying before the game, Jay, I wasn't going to let myself get carried away. But then they go to all new levels to show how shit they really are. I'm blown away by them. I really am. But them 3 substitutes there showed me exactly where Ruben Amorim is right now and the mountain that he has got to climb. Like, them 3 players are what Manchester United are looking at going forward, and we're bringing on 3 players that are past it in Eriksen and Casemiro in terms of the future of their careers. They're in the twilights. United looking to get rid of them, and Anthony, who obviously, do you know what, Anthony did a lot when he came on compared to everyone else, and I've got to give him a bit of credit on that. And maybe going in a bit harsh, but still, like, Anthony is going to be sold by Man United. These are players we don't want, and that's who we go to salvage anything from a game against a relegation-threatened Wolves side.
Adam, your opening statement there that you would be happy to take a points deduction next year if Amorim was to get the right players in January to save the season. When you said it, I was like, okay, keep calm here. There's something to this. There's credence to it. But when you summed up, the young players who we assume are going to be here in 5 years' time came off for players that are most certainly out the door in January, or at minimum January, but hope to God in May. It shows that Amorim is literally fighting this battle, mate, with one hand tied behind his back. And I admire him for his convictions that he does not and will not change his system. But however, if come March, because just say, mate, come March, right, and we are on 30, 30, 34, 35 points, scraping for draws to get 40, the kick in the teeth then to Amorim, he'll have to change, because clearly his playing staff right now are not capable or fit enough to play his system, and he may have to compromise his football philosophy come March or April if he's in a dogfight.
Interesting super chats coming here as well. Jay, young players will only thrive when playing together with experienced players. Yet Casemiro and Eriksen are benched. Reality check ? Yes. Can we sim past Newcastle, Liverpool and Arsenal? Says Sean. Yeah. Let's just play it out, God. We don't have to watch it. I'll put through it. Tom with the gifted membership. Thank you, Tom, legend. 74/75. We got relegated. 50th year anniversary. Don't. Honestly, football works in some weird ass ways, doesn't it, Jay? It really does. I'm going to get into some more chats in a moment. Ruben Amorim asked how long the tough period will last. I have no idea. Jay, on the actual players, I'm going to get into the player rating actually right now and where we're actually at with it in terms of what the stats are saying for these players. So we'll give our reality rating to these players. We're going to go through in quick fire. The stats for Andre Onana, Jay, say he got a 6.2 out of 10. That's just on stats alone. I thought it was shocking again in the game. Honestly, there was a moment in the first half where there was a header into the ground where he tipped it over the bar for a corner that he could have caught. There was a save that he pushed out into the middle of the area again, which was like a P-roller that someone was bowling down the bleeding bowling alley with a £6 ball. And obviously the goal, like, say no more, like, fuck me. 6 out of 2. I'm giving him a 3, Jay. I don't know about you.
I'm giving him 2. It's only because I like his black jersey. That's it. 2.
Okay. Lisandro Martinez. Stats say he got a 6.9. Shots on goal, 1. He had 1 on target. Passing accuracy out of 43 passes was 88%. He won 2 of his 4 duels, 50% duel accuracy rate. He's got a 6.9. I'd give him a 6, mate, to be honest.
I give him a 6. Why is one of our so-called most combative and aggressive players only engaging 4 duels in 90 minutes? That's my question.
Harry Maguire got a 7.2 rating off his stats. 57 passes, 86% pass accuracy, 57% duels won, 4 out of 7, 7.2. Again, though, he looks a bit shaky to me. I didn't think his passing was great. Short range passing, some long ones that were decent, especially first half. But again, if I'm giving Martinez a 6, Maguire's got to get a 6.
Yeah, 6 max.
Yeah, Lenny Yoro got a 6.7, 86 pass accuracy, 50% of his duels won, 37 passes. I thought he looked a bit lost on the game. 5 for me, Jay.
How many duels did Yoro have?
He had 6. He won 3 out of his 6.
50%.
Yeah.
He said 2 more duels than Martinez.
Yeah.
Is Martinez avoiding duels to avoid injury?
Oh, God. I don't know.
Seriously, mate. Because him having 4 duels is startling.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picking up on there. Yoro, yeah, jury's out. Give him 2 years.
Yep. J-Lo, welcome to the members club as well. Keep your comments coming in. I am coming to the comment section in a moment, so I'm just going to get through as many of these players as I possibly can. Dallo is next. Oh, God, I'm going.
Sure, Jesus
the
Christ.
Player stat, this is a player that's playing scared for me, because the stats gave him a 7 out of 10, simply because he had a shot on target, a good effort in the first half, I'll give him that. 43 passes only, 1 key pass, 79% pass accuracy, duels 4 out of 7, 57%. For me, it's not what he did with the ball, it's what he didn't do with the ball.
Agreed.
Which was be brave. So for me, he gets a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree with that. Playing scared.
Playing scared, exactly how I would do it. Kobe Mainu, damned on the stats, and I think going to be damned on our rating as well here. One of the worst in the game, 63%, 6.3 out of 10. 29 passes only in the game. 3 key passes, it says, though. 69% pass accuracy for Kobe Mainu. Wow. 25% duels won. 2 out of 8. Wow. I think Kobe Mainu gets a 3 out of 10, mate. Honestly, I really felt bad for him, but I'm going to be honest and just be down the line.
Yeah, look, I don't go hard on young players. You know that, Adam. It's not my style. But arguably, he's the worst game for the club ever.
You could say that. One standout in the game was Manuel Ugarte, who is suspended, unfortunately, which is why it's going down the negative route for the Newcastle game. But 35 passes, 89% pass accuracy, 7 duels won out of 7, 100%, 5 tackles, 7.3, 63 minutes on the pitch because Ruben Amorim was scared he was going to get red carded. Why would you bring him off if you knew he was suspended anyway for the Newcastle game is a question I would ask Ruben Amorim right now. Because United's midfield completely fell to pieces again without Manuel Ugarte in it, Jay. But that there is impressive for a poor performing team to hit them numbers. 7 out of 7 duels. I mean, 89% pass accuracy. The guy is an absolute world beater. He really is. I feel so sorry for him right now, Jay.
Yeah, him getting taken off by Amorim, I was shocked. It happened again last game against Bournemouth. He came off at 1-0 and Luis fell off. And again, taken off because he was on yellow. He's spent anyway. Roll the dice. Roll the fucking dice, mate. You're at that stage, you're still 1-0 down. Same against Bournemouth. So him taking off 2 games in a row, 1-0 down, and Luis falling off. Question to be answered there by Amorim.
Yeah, I'll do on that one. Agree. 7 out of 10 for Nusar Mazraoui. Oh, by the way, for Ugarte, I'm giving him an 8 just for dealing with the shit that he had to put up with.
Yeah.
Nusar Mazraoui, 7 out of 10 on the stats alone. Was passing accuracy 83%, 3 out of 6 duels, 150%, 3 tackles. I would say he probably scraped together. I think 7's actually a fair rating for Mazraoui in the game. I thought he was better today, but completely up against it with what he's got around him.
Again, had a blip last week and we were critical, but our best signing so far this season up there with Ugarte. And I think without him and Ugarte in that side any week, we're on a hiding to nothing.
This is where it gets interesting. Bruno Fernandes, he's got a 5.7 on stats alone, which really is bad. That's bad for stats. 82% pass accuracy, 3 duels won out of 13, 23%.
Jesus Christ.
Only played 28 passes, 47 minutes lasted on the pitch. The captain of Manchester United, probably one of his worst ever performances. 5.7. Jay, I have to be honest, I'm as low as a 2 for Bruno today. Worst player on the pack.
How is it possible to lose 10 joules out of 13? Physically.
He was being battered, mate. I said it at the start of the fucking game. I said, Mainu and Bruno Fernandes are being absolutely bullied. Physically, they're being absolutely tossed all over the place. It was embarrassing to watch. They were being brushed off at stage. It's like, where is our backbone? Where have we actually gone? Like, where is the fight? Oh God! But yeah, 2 out of 10 for me, Jay. I mean, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Look, you heard me open a statement about leadership. He's divided leadership, mate. Doesn't have it, mate. It's not in him. He's not a leader.
I like him. I do love him, but I'm not going to defend him.
But you think, Adam, straight question, and to everybody in the chat, is Bruno Fernandes a leader? Straight question, mate.
Well, the leadership qualities today were absolutely non-existent. That's what I'll say.
But as a whole, the leadership you've seen him exhibit on the pitch, is he a leader?
Not recent. Like honestly, I see things that make him the captain. I do, but we're not talking about what he does off the pitch right now. We're not talking about how he's liked. I'm looking down the barrel of a gun here right now with Manchester United's performances. And if someone asked me the question, from what you're seeing on the pitch right now, would you change the captain? I would change the captain. Yeah, is my honest opinion, and that's someone who loves Bruno Fernandes, and everyone knows I love Bruno Fernandes, but I'm only going to say what I see. And today, honestly, I was going so mad at him. Ridiculous. Amad Diallo gets a 6.3. I never felt so sorry for a player in my life. They were treble teaming him because they knew there was no other threat in Man United's forward line. That's how I seen it. But 80% pass accuracy. He had 19 duels. He was being battered from pillar to post. He won 5 of them, 26%. But this is a fucking winger. Like, when you're being treble teamed, you're not going to win much. 6. Honestly, I've got to give him a 6, like the rating says there, Jay, because we didn't get much from him. But we can clearly see why he didn't get much, because he cannot. And like I said in my comment, Amad cannot do it all on his own. And teams will cotton on to him as Manchester United's strong point, and they will nullify him easily because he hasn't got any backup. 6 out of 10.
Adam, look, the last say even 5-6 games, Ahmed is United's only strong point, only attacking threat, and a team that's down in relegation battle, no football right. If we triple team him, double team him, we nullify the threat, we nullify United. And listen, Wolves today, 2-0, give them credit. They did their job. And they nullified our only attacking threat. So that's just good management. Plain and simple. Good game plan. Give him credit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to slag off Ahmed. Not a chance.
No. Block, the super chat. He's laughing with this one here. Should have gone with Southgate. You've got to make light work of it.
Jesus Christ.
You've got to entertain yourself, haven't you? Last one on the list in terms of players, Rasmus Højlund. We've seen that quote that came out with the stats and how many passes he received. 3 duels out of 11 won, 27%, 63% pass accuracy. He only had 8 passes in the game, mate. Fucking hell. That shouts out starved to me. I feel a little bit sorry for him today, but there were moments when he was just brushed off the ball again. Oh, God, Jay, help me out with this one. I think he's a 5 out of 10, but I can see why people are giving him a little bit of rope.
Again, another player that needs to develop physically to cope with the physical demands of Premiership. Still looks to be maybe 5 kilos of muscle mass off to deal with.
He's lost weight, mate. He's deliberately lost weight this summer.
But he lost fat. He lost puppy fat. He had let's just say rather rotund cheeks, and that's been very nice to the chap. He's lost fat. Losing fat, fantastic, but gain muscle to deal with the physical demands of dealing with bigger, stronger defenders. He hasn't done that. And again, when you have centre forward losing that many joules, and he only gets what you said, 8 passes.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay. Oh, right. Some more news coming out from the game. Ruben Amorim has said nothing to the Manchester United players in the dressing room after the game. It takes time to train. We knew that from the beginning. It's hard to put all the ideas into practice with the series of matches. We're progressing, but it's hard to see with results. It's disappointing for us as us and for the fans, but we have to continue. He isn't going to change on that one. Wording from Manchester United is that they don't have, they have not got any money to play with in January without sales. The situation is described as really difficult. Just fucking sell them. We don't care, honestly. I always laugh off the comment, just let the kids play. Just play the reserve, play the academy players. Do you know what? You might as well just play them and just say, go and get some experience. We don't expect you to win. You're probably going to lose. But we're just going to make a point right now. Go out and play.
Question for the group chat, for the chat there. Say we were to get 55 mil for Garnacho, 35 mil for Rashford, 90 mil to spend on 2 players. Would you do it?
Yes,
I know I would.
I would.
I know you bloody well would. The light chat I'm asking. I know you would, mate.
I'm gone. See you later. I think everybody right now is at that point,
90 mil.
mate. They really are. Another super chat in from King Eric 7 says, if you see our players in real life, we look small and meek. Most teams in the Prem are physically superior to us. Amorim can't coach that out of them. No, like the physical side of things, knowing how to get through the dark arts, the tricks of the trade and whatnot through the game. Like I seen players being kicked all over the place and not reacting to it. I seen Dalot there just look around like someone just took a little swipe at him in the game and he just looked around like, are you going to do it? Like, toughen up. Like, seriously, toughen up. You're going to have to be a man. Ruben Amorim has lost 4 Premier League games faster than any other Manchester United manager. Great. Harry Maguire on Bruno Fernandes' red card. He's a big player for us. He'll be disappointed. It'll hurt him. He'll feel like he let the lads down, but we're in this together. Typical ex-former captains talking right there. Obviously, we can't expect any more. That was probably an MUTV interview that Harry Maguire's done. Don't care. Really don't care. Look at the table, mate. That's all I'll say. That table is reading, Jay. Manchester United in 14th position. Everybody, please do give the video a like. We're creeping up to 500 live likes. That's mega. Thank you, guys. Make sure you have subscribed to Forever United TV as well. I'm just going to run through some of the chat, actually, just to gauge where you're actually at. There's been loads, so thank you so much. And please do put your comments in below once the live is finished, everybody, as well. That way I can try and catch up with a few, because obviously I can't get to everyone in the live. But Paul Greaves says 100% Adam, get the best 4 or 5 young players integrated into the first team. How much worse can it get? Jacob says Dalot to Madrid looking like a great idea. It is. Ragnar says, I said Amorim will be Erik ten Hag 2.0 and trying to change the system halfway through the season with a bunch of players. There's risky relegation battle incoming. Matt says, sorry, but that is what Erik ten Hag played and it didn't work. He even played a fair few youth players, didn't work. People talking amongst themselves right there. The Honest Tiger, Jay, what would you say? What would be your starting team now? Says the Honest Tiger on a super chat, Jay.
He's got me in the hop now. Heaton, Tommy Heaton has starting goal. I think we agree with that. I drop Euro. I play Johnny instead of Euro. I don't know if Deleuze is fit next week. It's just hard to say. So if he's not fit, obviously we're stuck with what we are. Maserati plays, and then the 4 midfield.
Wow.
The Dalot, I don't want to play him. I don't rate him. But who they're bringing instead of him? I don't want Garnacho there. He's not going to do a job. So I'm stuck out there straight away. I'm stumped on Dalot. I don't want to play him. Then Ogada's gone. So do I have to bring in Casemiro? Do I play Casemiro beside Menu? I don't think Menu's able for the role. I take Adam's point earlier on. I play Menu further up in the 8. Out on the right, Ahmed picks himself. And then we're left with a front 3. Do we have a front 3 that's worth their weight in Premiership playing for United? Not anymore. Haaland, Xerxes. Much you start Haaland, but you know what we're going to get. Left wing, do you bring Garnacho back in and give him one last throw of the dice? Adam, I don't know. I'm actually stumped. I do want to touch on a point there. I think a gentleman made it on a super chat that how physically inept our players were.
Yeah.
We played against a team of athletes today. Take Cunha out of that team. I think he's an excellent player. The other 10, to me, came across as physical specimens, athletes, I would call them. Same with Bournemouth. No great technical players, but again, a team of athletes. And we got, I think, Adam, the stats and the Jules, the last 2 games compound this point they're going to make. We are from wanting when we play against a team that are physically stronger, fitter, and faster. It's going to be a team that can cover the ground for 90 minutes. And we don't do very well. So 2 games in a row, we fall apart against a team of well-drilled athletes. Not great players, not very technical, but well-drilled athletes. 5 goals conceded in 2 games, 6 points dropped. That's my point.
Yeah. Well said, Jay. Well said. Can't believe we've been going for an hour. We've, on the poll, by the way, everybody, we've only run it for 30 minutes. We've had 1,500 votes. Are United in a relegation battle? 75% of the chat have said yes. That's 1,500 Manchester United fans on the poll right now. I've said that's 75%. Well, 75% of them have said that we are in a relegation battle. Oh, God. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I'm lost. I really am. You're all going to have to please do get your comments in on the show when it's finished. It's live. We've just done over an hour there. We are going to wrap things up there. I just want to say a massive thank you to you all. Absolutely immense effort. I can see all of the comments coming through. I'm really sorry that I've not been able to get to all of them. We've had so much to get through, and we're going to go into it again in the morning. I'm back at 8 o'clock tomorrow, everybody. Usual. There is going to be a lot of fallout from this. There's a lot going on behind the scenes at the moment and a lot of stories floating around when we haven't got time to talk about them tonight. So we will get back to... We'll get back to all of that in the morning, but thank you so much. All of the contributions, there's been loads, obviously, as well. Tomorrow, I am going to be doing another show as well. I am going to be expanding the QR code on your screen right there, Football Talks. I'm going to be doing more talks, more football stuff on that channel, which starts tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning as well, straight after FUTV. So make sure that you are there, please, everybody, as well, if you can. We've got a lot to talk about. We're running 2 channels, people. So, yeah, make sure you jump across. Scan the QR code. The link is in the chat, in the description as well. Football Talks, our other channel, really kickstarts tomorrow. So get onto that as well, please. Show your support on there. And, yeah, I will see you then. Jay, cheers for coming on, mate. Where can the people catch you for your morning coffee reports on Twitter mainly? It's
J.D. Mourinho. I've made no secret of my love for that man. Just, Adam, as you say there about all the comments that we didn't get to, I'm home alone tonight. I'm on the wine. If anybody wants to comment after the show, on the show, I'll happy spend an hour replying. You have me for an hour, guys. I'm happy to do it. Or tweet me, either or. We are a community. We're in this together. So I'm happy to spend an hour responding to people. I'm happy to do it. If anybody wants to do it, feel free.
Go for it, guys. Brilliant, Jay, as well. 1,600 votes, 74% of you feel that United are in a relegation battle. We'll finish on that note. Thank you, everybody. Absolutely epic show. Please subscribe to Forever United TV. Subscribe to Football Talks. We're there tomorrow as well. Give the video a like on the way out. We passed over 500 live likes as well on the show. Thank you, everybody. That was epic. I will see you all in the morning. Just go sleep it off. Try not to think about Manchester United. Go put Netflix on. Go put a film on. Go spend time with your family. Go and have a drink. Do whatever you can to forget about football right now and this team, because there's no hope for them right now. We'll talk more tomorrow, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'll see you then. Have a good whatever's left.